Hi you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is ParisLynn, or aka ParisLynn, or aka Kayla, whatever you want to call me, wherever you found me from. A lot of you guys have subscribed to my channel from TikTok. I went mini viral, as you can say, on TikTok, and it was just a little trend about like what we have endured and what we have overcome and where we are now, and that's what I did. And a lot of you guys have subscribed from my channel from there, and I appreciate you all. Thank you for coming to chit chat with me. So let's get into it. You guys want to know exactly what happened when I was a kid, and how in the world is it that I found myself being essayed by my auntie. So let's get into it. It's unfortunate I may laugh throughout most of this story time, but that's just how I respond to things, with laughter, because it's like, dang girl, you've been through a lot. And I'm goofy, so everything on this page is either goofy, either I'm mad, goofy, or I'm talking about my family, or I'm talking about my brand, or I'm talking about myself. And one thing ain't nobody ever gonna do is outlaugh me about me. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna be using my brand palette, the Ultimate Artist eyeshadow palette from the ParisLynn Collection. I'm gonna be using this. I found a look that I will insert here somewhere, on, I think it was on Instagram. It may have been on Instagram, TikTok, but I'm gonna insert it, and that's where I got the idea from. So the story is not, it's a long story, but I'm going to sum it up very, very, very quickly. This may, trigger warning, this may be triggering to some people. Like I said, it's not like a anomaly where it just never happens, because I'm pretty sure there's other people out there that's been essayed by same sex. Especially, well, I think it's just more unheard that it's woman to woman. It's because, I mean, you know, man to man, that's been heard, you know, whatever. But when I share my story with people that ask and whatnot, I tell them that it's women. They're most of the time shocked. So yeah, let me go ahead and finish this out, and I'll be right back. So my mom and father got a divorce when I was either 8 or 9. Can't remember exactly what year I was coming up on, because my birthday is right in the middle of the years in September. So they got a divorce, and then we started going over a family member's house. I won't be disclosing any names. They know what they did. They know who they are. They got exposed. And that's just that. So I don't have to say any names. She knows who she is. Blasey, 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 blasey. It did not happen straight away. It didn't happen straight off. I believe, firmly still believe to this day, that there was a grooming certain situation. Most essays aren't groomed, but I definitely believe in my situation that I was groomed. Like, I was growing a personal relationship. You know, I was able to play the game all the time, all times of the night, be on the phone, do all these things. And then one night, randomly, I'll never forget, it was like 12:01 at night. Comic View was on, and unfortunately, there was essay. There was really things that you would do in a lesbian relationship, basically, is what happened to me every weekend, sometimes every other weekend. And that happened from the ages of 8 or 9 to 11. I was almost 12 years old when it stopped. She even had a boyfriend at one current particular time, and also a woman friend at a particular time as well. And unfortunately, it was still happening behind closed doors. I came out with it when I was 18 years old. And I let all my family know, and around that time, I was going through it really, really bad mentally. And trigger warning for the next part. So, like I said, trigger warning. So make sure you, if you are not in a comfortable headspace, not to continue to listen to this video. But so she had other partners and things like that, and I really didn't notice that it was like a huge issue until I was 14. I didn't really, because the grooming was so done so and executed so well that I didn't know that something was wrong. Like after the first incident or situation, I took a shower or a bath. I took a bath specifically that night or the next day. And I did feel, I felt very shamed, and like something was wrong. But as far as her doing it to me, I didn't feel like it was a problem, if you get what I'm saying. And that's unfortunate how grooming is, because you don't know that something wrong is happening to you, especially at that age. I did not know. And I never had that relationship with either one of my parents or really anyone around me to even ask about that situation or whatever, if that was a good situation or not. And plus, the family member's house that I was at, I didn't really trust the lady. Not the lady that groomed me, but the lady, her mother. I didn't trust her, and I don't think that she ever liked me. To this day, she still tries to buy me and my kids Christmas gifts. She's been doing it since I was born, I believe, buying Christmas gifts. And like, I guess that's just her way to apologize. I don't know. Who knows? Who will ever know? But when I did tell her that her daughter was doing those sexual acts against me, she told me that there are people dying every day and that I need to, she told me verbatim, not any made up words, she told me verbatim that I need to sweep that under a rug. I was like, Miss Ma'am, did you just say that to your grandchild? Excuse me. But like I said, I won't be naming any names, anything like that. It's just, you guys want to know. So this is the most PG way I can explain what happened. But like I said, everything that you could think of that could happen in a lesbian relationship is what happened to me as a child, 8 and 9 years old to 11, almost 12 years old. And as I got older, it became, oh, you can smoke this cigarette. Oh, you can drink this. Oh, you can be on the phone with your boyfriend. You know, they don't never let you be on the phone with your boyfriend over there. They real strict. I'm going to be the fun auntie. I'm the fun auntie. Like, you're never going to have a situation over here. Like, you can do whatever you want over here. You can do your doodadlies. Like, we're always going to have fun. You can cuss over here. You can do your makeup over here. She literally groomed me to the point where it was unrecognizable that what she was doing to me was wrong. And then so here's the confrontation part. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. I don't know if I'm going to insert screenshots. I may, just so y'all can get the gist of what it was that I was going through, because you guys are definitely interested. I got a lot of message requests about this story time. I'm not sure why, but see, I'm that type of person. I'll be like, what happened? What happened? You know, and that's just social media. So I promise you, I don't feel any type of way. I love sharing my story. It actually has helped a couple of people over the coming years of me coming out on social media and letting people know what happened to me as a child and how I've been coping and dealing with it, especially as a mother and especially as someone that is bisexual. The only reason why I didn't have a tough time being in a lesbian relationship as of recently, I didn't have a tough time, is because before I was SA, my first kiss was a woman. I had always been interested in women. So if that's a question, there you go. I will be coming out with a book very, very soon. And this was not you can see in previous videos where I've talked about this book. This is not just because I went mini viral, I promise. I've been working on this book since 2018. Unfortunately, a lot of distractions have came. I went through cervical cancer, as I said in part 2. It's a lot of things that I have endured since I started the book, and I've started and closed. And that is because of the relationship that I've had with my parents. One of the parents is really, really good, and on the other parent, unfortunately, I'm finding out some stuff that I did not want to find out about that parent. So yeah, it's definitely been very difficult as far as doing the book. And then I also know that there's 2 separate families that will be involved that will be partaking in the book. And so I'm trying to figure out the best way possible to release the book without being blatantly disrespectful, because that's the person that I am. When it comes to my feelings, I'm blatantly disrespectful. And so I'm trying to definitely figure out a way that I can do it without doing the most, if you get what I'm saying. Even though I should do the most, but everybody didn't take part in what happened in my childhood. A lot of people didn't take part, and a lot of people are going to feel some type of way because I'm talking about either their parents or their cousin or their sister or something because of the circumstances. Unfortunately, sorry, I believe firmly that's what God put me to do, and that's a part of my testimony, and it's not going anywhere. So Next, yeah, so the second part of the story, I came out with the truth in 20 I want to say 2018, 2019. 2018 and 2019 and the beginning of 2020 is a really, really big blur. After I came out with my story or whatever to my family members, it did trigger a response in my brain. Unfortunately, I had to go to a mental hospital because I tried to unalive myself. Because it was so much stuff going on, and I am working. I promise you, I am working on saying I don't know why is a part of my vocabulary, but it's so it's so strong, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying, but after I came out with the story or whatever, it triggered a lot of responses in me, and I told you I was gonna be laughing because, like I said, ain't nobody gonna laugh me about my story. But anyway, so when I came out with my story, it triggered a lot of things in me, and I got to the point where I felt like I didn't need to be here anymore. And to anybody that is struggling with dealing with depression, manic episodes, anything like that, please just stay. It gets better. It's not, and I hate when people say it gets better and that's it. Get better, but it's not going to last. That's just all it is. I firmly believe that there's no such thing as healing. If you go through something, it's always gonna be with you. Period. It's always gonna be with you. There's never gonna be a final exhale, a final breath, because I always have that in like the middle of the year where I feel like, okay, I'm finally over it. I'm finally moving on. You just learn better ways to cope with it besides drinking or besides smoking or besides, random late nights and sneaky links and stuff like that. You learn how to cope with it in a healthier way than the bad way that you're possibly going through right now. So I always know it gets better and it gets somewhat easier to a point, but you just never heal from. There's no such thing as healing to me, to be quietly honest. There's no such thing, because traumatic things happen and you just can't let them go just because you forgave them. It just doesn't work like that. That's you're always going to live with it, and that's what it is. Sorry, not sorry. And I'm sorry to sound so harsh with it, but it's the truth. You have to sometimes, like, no one sugarcoated anything to me when I was a kid. So, I'm actually grateful for that, because I don't expect the best all the time. It's a good, which is a good and a bad thing, because you should expect the best out of whatever you put forward in the world. But sometimes you just need to have and create that backbone for yourself where you feel like even if you do something, or it's not always going to turn out the best, and it's not always going to be the best, and you have to strive and push yourself for more. So that's what I say when I say that. Okay, so don't take that to offense. Don't take it to offense. Don't take it too soft. But yeah, at the end of the day, what Glorilla say, at the end of the day, the day gonna end. But I do have a video. It's a little bit a ways down on why I ended up in the mental hospital, I believe that is titled. And that's there. And then lets you know a little bit more. But like I said, I'm trying to work on the vocabulary of I have no idea where it came from, but it's been like that for probably a couple of years. But yes, I got a couple of questions as well. I should have wrote these down, but I got a couple of questions as well as how was I misdiagnosed? So I was diagnosed with bipolar depressive disorder, right? And then when I moved down here to this city, in October I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and borderline schizophrenia. So that is what I am at the moment diagnosed with, along with severe PTSD, anxiety, what is it? I forgot what it was. I know for sure I have depression, but I'm just one of those people. I just, It is what it is. Life goes on. I can't. Life is too short. I don't know if it was in a past life or it's my ancestors telling me, like, I just can't sit in one spot. I just can't just sit and dwell on anything, regardless if it's a relationship, a grief, someone passing. The only thing that I have never, ever, and will never, ever get over is losing my mama. That's the only thing I would never, ever get over. Like, I think about that every day, all the time. She's around me everywhere. This is her pillow. Like, everything in my room is about her. Her robe is in her. Her pieces of her hair is in here. I got her all over my living room. Everywhere. It's everywhere. She's everywhere. She was around my neck. I had to get another necklace because my necklace did break. But other than that, that's one thing I probably never, ever get over. All right, y'all. This is a finished look. I'm not sure if I don't like the look or if I don't like the lashes. Because I cut these down. I was experimenting last night because I was sleepy. So, yeah. I don't know if I don't like the look or if I don't like the lashes. I don't know. But anyway, this is the end of this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and fuck with your girl. Fuck with your girl. And I love you guys. And thank you so much for listening to my story. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, let me know. The kids are getting rowdy. It's time for them to get ready to go to bed. It is 11 o'clock at night. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all leave me some questions if y'all want a Q&A video. And I love y'all and see y'all in the next one.